Hello students, today in chapter 6, first of all I am going to speak about the portion which has been deleted from your syllabus actually. This year the board has deleted this portion from the chapter 6 of your maths 1 portion, and that portion includes these concepts, that is 6.5.1, that is angle between the planes. The next concept, angle between the line and a plane. Then 6.6, coplanarity of two lines, and 6.7, distance of a point from a line. All these concepts have been deleted from your portion, board portion. They are not, these sums are not, sums which are dealing with these concepts are not going to come for your board exam. So as a result, the exercise 6.4, which involves these concepts actually, also has been deleted from your board portion. So we will not be going through exercise 6.4 or any of these concepts. So that said and done, let us begin with miscellaneous exercise 6b, the multiple choice questions which are given. So most of these multiple choice questions are to do with line and plane, the portion which is there for your exam. So let us do those questions now. So choose the correct alternatives. The first question, if the line x upon 3 is equal to y upon 4 is equal to z is perpendicular to the line x minus 1 upon k is equal to y plus 2 upon 3 is equal to z minus 3 upon k minus 1, then the value of k we have to find out over here. So from the given data that is there for us, the given lines are x upon 3 is equal to y upon 4 is equal to z. Now z can be written as z upon 1, and x minus 1 upon k is equal to y plus 2 upon 3 is equal to z minus 3 upon k minus 1. So this is what is given in the question. These are the equations of the line in the Cartesian form. Now from the Cartesian form, we can find out the direction ratios of the lines. They are these values. The denominators over here 3, 4, 1 for the first line, and for the second line it is k, 3 and k minus 1. So therefore the direction ratios of the line are in this case 3, 4, 1 and k, 3 and k minus 1. Now from the question, the lines are said to be perpendicular. It is given in the question that the lines are perpendicular. So we write over here, since the lines are perpendicular, their direction ratios can be written this way, that is 3 into k, the corresponding values over here, 3 into k plus 4 into 3 and plus 1 into k minus 1. And this comes out as 0. So therefore we have 3k plus 12 plus k minus 1 is equal to 0. Solving it further, we have 4k plus 11 is equal to 0. And therefore k becomes minus 11 upon 4. So that becomes the correct option over here. So in this way, if you see the options over here, B becomes the correct option for the MCQ. So this is our correct answer over here. We go to the next question now. The next question, the vector equation of the line 2x minus 1 is equal to 3y plus 2 is equal to z minus 2 is dash. We have to find out the vector equation of this particular line that is here. Now from the equation of the line, see the line is 2x minus 1 is equal to 3y plus 2 is equal to z minus 2. Let us convert this into the vector form. How to convert it into the vector form? We first write it this way, that is, we take 2 common in the first term. In the first expression, we take 2 common. So 2 is common over here. So look carefully. In the bracket, we get x minus 1 upon 2. In the second expression, we take 3 common. So we get 3 into y plus 2 upon 3 is equal to, in the third expression, we did not take anything common. So 1 is taken common, z minus 2, because x, y and z we want without any coefficients. If you observe their Cartesian equation, that is a form there. Now we take these numbers which are there, 2, 3 and 1 to the denominators in this equation. So we get over here x minus 1 upon 2 upon 1 upon 2 is equal to y plus 2 upon 3 upon 1 upon 3. 3 goes to the denominator, becomes 1 upon 3 is equal to z minus 2 upon 1. So in this case, so compare this with the equation now. Compare this with the standard equation of the line. So comparing with x minus x1 upon a is equal to y minus y1 upon b is equal to z minus z1 upon c. We can say that the line passes through say point A. A has the coordinates, in the standard equation, A has the coordinates x1, y1, z1. So in this case, it becomes 1 upon 2, minus 2 upon 3 and 2. So the line passes through these particular points which are there. This point which has the coordinates, these coordinates which are there, and has direction ratios. Now the direction ratios of the line are given by A, B, C, these denominators. So in this case, it is 1 upon 2, 1 upon 3 and 1. Now these direction ratios can be written in a proper manner if we multiply with 6 in this case, because 3 2s are 6, LCM is 6. So we multiply each ratio by 6. So we get over here 3, 2 and 6. So the direction ratios of the line are 3, 2, 6. And therefore from that now, since the line passes through A, 1 upon 2, minus 2 upon 3 and 2, we have A bar, the position vector of A, which is given as 1 upon 2i minus 2 upon 3j plus 2k. And similarly, the vector which is parallel to the line is given by the direction ratios of the line. So the vector which is parallel to the line is usually B bar. B bar is 3i plus 2j plus 6k, because the direction ratios of the line are 3, 2 and 6. And therefore the vector equation of the line, therefore the vector equation of the line is given by r is equal to a plus lambda b, in this form. And therefore we have r is equal to a, in this case a is half I minus 2 upon 3j plus 2k plus lambda, and b is the other equation. B we get it as 3i plus 2j plus 6k. So thus we get the vector equation of the line. So from here, from the options which are given, let us choose the correct option now. So from the options which are given over here, the correct option in this case is the first one, that is A is the correct option, obviously. So in this way we find the vector equation of the given line. Now the third question. In the third question, the direction ratios of the line which is perpendicular to the two lines, x minus 7 upon 2 is equal to y plus 17 upon minus 3, which is equal to z minus 6 upon 1, and x plus 5 upon 1 is equal to y plus 3 upon 2 is equal to z minus 6 upon minus 2. So there is a line which is perpendicular to both of these lines. we are supposed to find the direction ratios of that particular line that is there. So the given equations are x minus 7 upon 2 is equal to y plus 17 upon minus 3 is equal to z minus 6 upon 1. And the other one is x plus 5 upon 1 is equal to y plus 3 upon 2, which is equal to z minus 6 upon minus 2. So therefore we can say that the vector, so suppose this is line 1, suppose this one is line, the first one is line 1 and the second one is line 2. So we can say that the vector which is parallel to line 1, that is b bar, the vector which is parallel to line 1 is given by the denominators over here. So it is 2i minus 3j plus k. Okay, let this be b bar over here. Suppose this vector is b bar. And similarly, the vector which is parallel to line 2. So vector parallel to line 2 is, let us call it as c bar is equal to, in this case again the denominators are 1, 2 and minus 2. So we get I plus 2j minus 2k, this way. Now the given line is perpendicular to both the lines. The required line, that is not the given line but the required line, is perpendicular to both the lines, to L1 and L2. That means it is perpendicular to B and C. B is a vector parallel to L1, C is a vector parallel to L2. So it is perpendicular to both these B and C. And therefore we can say that the line is parallel to B cross C. The line is parallel to B cross C. Now once we find B cross C, we can write the direction ratios of the line. So now here B cross C, from the question, B cross C becomes mod of ijk. The first row becomes the coefficients of vector B, that is 2, minus 3 and 1. And the third row, the second row is that, and the third row is 1, 2 and minus 2. Thus solving it, we get over here 6 minus 2i minus 4 minus 1j and plus the last term 4 plus 3k. So solving it, we get 4i plus 5j plus 7k. So B cross C is the vector which is parallel to the line, parallel to the required line. And therefore the direction ratios of the line are the coefficients of ijk in the case of B cross C. So the direction ratios of the line are 4, 5 and 7. So over here in the question, the options which are given over here, the first one, again A is the correct answer in this case. 4, 5, 7. Thus A is the correct answer. The fourth question of your MCQs. The length of the perpendicular from 1, 6, 3 to the line x upon 1 is equal to y minus 1 upon 2 is equal to z minus 2 upon 3 is dash. So we have to find the length of the perpendicular from this particular point. See, a similar sum we have done earlier. This is just to remind you all what we had done there. So the point is over here, and suppose the point is P 1, 6, 3. And from this point we draw a perpendicular, suppose to this particular line, whose equation is given to us, and the foot of the perpendicular is M. We want to find out length PM. That is what they want us to do. Now from the equation of the line is x upon 1 is equal to y minus 1 upon 2 is equal to z minus 2 upon 3. Let us take it as lambda, say, and therefore from here we are going to get x is equal to lambda, y is equal to, see, cross multiply everything with lambda. So y is equal to 2 lambda plus 1 and z is equal to 3 lambda plus 2. Therefore, any particular point on this particular line, okay, any point on this line is given by the x coordinate, y coordinate and z coordinate as this lambda, 2 lambda plus 1 and 3 lambda plus 2. Now m is any point on the line, therefore the coordinates of m, okay, therefore the coordinates of m are indeed lambda, 2 lambda plus 1 and 3 lambda plus 2. This way. Now, what are the direction ratios of PM? The direction ratios of PM are, see, the coordinates of M minus the coordinates of P. The coordinates of P are 163, as you can see over there. The coordinates of P are 163. So the direction ratios of PM are M minus P, that is lambda minus 1, 2 lambda plus 1 minus 6 and 3 lambda plus 2 minus 3. So this becomes now lambda minus 1. So this becomes lambda minus 1, 2 lambda minus 5 and 3 lambda minus 1. So these are the direction ratios of PM. Now, what are the direction ratios of the given line? The direction ratios of the given line are these denominators which are given over here. In the equation of the line, the denominators 1, 2 and 3 are the direction ratios of the line. So they are 1, 2 and 3. Now the line is perpendicular to PM. See, the PM is perpendicular to the line. We can write this way. Since PM is perpendicular to the given line, we can say that the direction ratios have this particular relationship, that is lambda minus 1 into 1 plus 2 lambda minus 5 into 2 plus 3 lambda minus 1 into 3. That is equal to 0. That means we have lambda minus 1 plus 4 lambda minus 10 plus 9 lambda minus 3 is equal to 0. So from this we have 9 plus 4, 13 plus 1, that is 14, and minus 10 minus 3 minus 13 minus 1 is minus 14. So 14 lambda minus 14 is equal to 0, and therefore we have lambda is equal to 1. Now lambda is 1, therefore the coordinates of M which were given by lambda, 2 lambda plus 1 and 3 lambda plus 2, we'll substitute lambda over here. Therefore the coordinates of M, we get it as 1, 2 lambda plus 1 gives us 3, 2 into 1 plus 3, 2 into 1 plus 1 gives us 3, and similarly the third coordinate becomes 5 over here. Okay, by doing, in this case, by doing 3 lambda plus 2. So 3 into 1 plus 2, that is 5. So M is given by this. Now we remember that we have to find out the length of PM. So length PM, which we can find by using distance formula as the root of. Now P in this case, remember P from the question. P is given as 163. So therefore length PM will be 1 minus 1 the whole square using distance formula plus 6 minus 3 the whole square plus 3 minus 5 the whole square, which is actually root of 3 square, that is 3 square plus 2 square, or root of 9 plus 4, which is root 13. So root 13 is the length PM, distance of the perpendicular, distance of the point from the line, and therefore the correct option in this case, in our question, the correct option comes out as root 30. C is the correct option in this case. Now we come to the next question. They have told us find the shortest distance between the lines r is equal to I plus 2j plus k plus lambda I minus j minus k, and the other line r is equal to 2i minus j minus k plus mu 2i plus j plus 2k. Now, the formula for finding the shortest distance between two lines whose vector equations are given is given as d is equal to mod of a2 minus a1 vector a2 minus vector a1 into b1 cross b2 upon mod of b1 cross b2. Okay, this is the vector equation of the line. So in this case, in our lines, okay, if we say that this is a1, this value is a1 bar, this value is a2 bar, this is b1 bar, and this becomes b2 bar. So now what you can do is you can just substitute these values and try this sum out as assignment and get the answer and check out which is the correct answer from here. So I leave it to you as an assignment. Now question 6 is from the deleted portion, and therefore we are not going to do question 6. So that brings us to question number 7. The question is the lines x upon 1 is equal to y upon 2 is equal to z upon 3 and x minus 1 upon minus 2 is equal to y minus 2 upon minus 4 is equal to z minus 3 upon 6 are either perpendicular, intersecting, skew or coincident. We have to find out which it is. This and is a printing mistake over here. It is not there. Then, now for the lines. Okay, suppose the lines are given this way. Now, for the lines, let us check whether the lines are first of all perpendicular. The lines will be perpendicular if their corresponding direction ratios, if you multiply and add, we get 0. Now, the direction ratios of the first line, that is A1, B1, C1, are these values 1, 2 and 3, and A2, B2, C2 are these values, that minus 2, minus 4 and 6 in this case. Similarly, the points on the line, the points on the first line x1, y1, z1 are 0, 0, 0. This we get from the equation of the first line. And for the second line, x2, y2 and z2 become 1, 2 and 3. So that's said and done. Let us check whether the lines are perpendicular. In this case, suppose we take the direction ratios of the line. If we do a1, a2, that is 1 into minus 2 plus 2 into minus 4 plus 3 into 6. And thus we get the answer as minus 2 minus 8 plus 18. It is not going to be 0, and therefore our conclusion is the lines are not perpendicular. That means the first option is not there for us. A is not the correct option. Let us check whether the lines are intersecting. Now, the lines will intersect if we have the mod of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1. The second row a1, b1, c1 and the third row a2, b2, c2. If we solve this determinant, if we get 0, then the lines intersect. Now let us check whether our lines are intersecting. In this case, remember x2 minus x1 is 1 minus 0 from the bracket, 1 minus 0 which is 1, 2 minus 0 which is 2 and the third value becomes 3 minus 0 which is 3. A1, B1, C1 is 1, 2, 3 and A2, B2, C2 is minus 2, minus 4 and 6. So thus we have in this case 1, 2 and 3. Similarly, again the second row also A1, B1, C1 is 1, 2, 3 and the third row is minus 2, minus 4 and 6. Already we know that in a determinant, if any two rows are identical, that means the value of the determinant is 0. So we are not going to solve any further. We directly write the answer as 0 because in this determinant we have R1 is equal to R2. Both the R1 and R2 are equal. And therefore, now since we get this answer as 0, the lines are intersecting lines. Therefore, our conclusion is the lines are intersecting. So the correct option from here, it will be the option B, that is intersecting lines. So that brings us to the next question. Next question is very simple, something which you have done in your lower classes with respect to x and y axis. Okay, they have asked us equation of x axis is dash. Normally we would write the equation of the x axis is y is equal to 0. But we are considering the coordinate axis in space. So we have y is equal to 0 and z is equal to also 0. So that means C is the correct option in this case. In the ninth question, we have to find the angle between the two given lines, which are, let us say they are L1 and L2. Now for the first line L1, we can say that the equation of the line is 2x is equal to 3y is equal to minus z, which can also be written as x upon 1 upon 2 is equal to y upon 1 upon 3 is equal to z upon minus 1. Therefore, the direction ratios of the first line are 1 upon 2, 1 upon 3 and minus 1. And therefore, any vector which is parallel to L1 is given by, say, b bar is equal to 1 upon 2i plus 1 upon 3j minus k. Similarly, for the next line, that is L2, the equation is 6x is equal to minus y is equal to minus 4z. And therefore, it can be written as x upon 1 upon 6 is equal to y upon minus 1 is equal to z upon minus 1 upon 4. And therefore, the direction ratios of this line become 1 upon 6, minus 1 and minus 1 upon 4, and any vector which is parallel to this line can be given by, say, c bar is equal to 1 upon 6i minus j minus 1 upon 4k. Now, once we have got the vectors which are parallel to both the lines, suppose we find the angle between B and C. It is as good as finding the angle between the two lines. So in this case, angle between B and C can be found out by this formula, that is cos theta is equal to B dot C upon mod B into mod C. In this case, what is B dot C? It is given by the dot product of B and C, that is 1 upon 2i plus 1 upon 3j minus k dot the other vector, that is 1 upon 6i minus j minus 1 upon 4k. And then finding it further, we get 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 6 plus 1 upon 3 into minus 1 plus minus 1 into minus 1 upon 4. Thus, our value comes out to be this way, that is 1 upon 12 minus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 4. Now, cross multiplying and equalizing the denominator, the LCM is 12. So, here we get, now in the numerators we are going to get, let me write it over here in the next line. So, we are going to get 1 minus 4 plus 3 upon 12, which comes out to be 0. So, now we don't need to do any further. We got B dot C is equal to 0. Therefore, B is perpendicular, B bar is perpendicular to C bar, and therefore the angle between the line is 90 degree. Both the lines is 90 degree. And thus, from the options, the correct option is D, that is 90 degree. Thus, we get this particular answer for our question. In the 10th sum, you have to find the direction ratios of the line 3x plus 1 is equal to 6y minus 2 is equal to 1 minus z. So, what we do over here is, the equation is 3x plus 1 is equal to 6y minus 2 is equal to 1 minus z. So, we take 3 common in the first expression. This becomes x plus 1 upon 3 is equal to 6 is common in the second expression. So, it becomes y minus 1 upon 3 again is equal to, in the third expression, we take minus 1 common. Thus, we get z minus 1 in the bracket. We take these coefficients to the denominators. So, it becomes x plus 1 upon 3 upon 1 upon 3 is equal to y minus 1 upon 3 upon 1 upon 6 is equal to z minus 1 upon minus 1. Therefore, the direction ratios of the line become 1 upon 3, 1 upon 6 and minus 1. Now we convert this. We take 6 as 6 is the LCM here. So we multiply each ratio by 6. So we get 2, 1 and minus 6. So thus the correct option is option B, which is 2, 1 and minus 6 in this case. So as a result, now we have done the first 10 sums of the first question, that is multiple choice questions, and we have finished the line part of the exercise that is there. We'll go to the plain part in the next lecture. So that's all for today, folks. Thank you so much for listening.